All right, here we go into game one, folks. Don't ask what website he gambles on. But anyway.
Let's see it. We got Sorey versus Sans here. This is a storied matchup. These two have traded sets over and over since before the game came out.
They sure have. And Sans going to take a very, very early one there on Sean. So
that's kind of the classic. I mean, it's kind of what you're looking at here where it's like, I mean, so much of Wrastor's game plan against Clairen is going to be those early stocks, those edge guards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I mean, Wrastor, one of, if not the lightest character in the game, dying at like 60, 70 to some of these moves that Clairen can just throw out. So, I mean, and Sean's a big swinger. I mean, he loves that landing dare, those kind of sweet reward options.
He loves running at you, which is not something every Clairen does love doing. Have you heard Matt W's thesis on horizontal Clairens and vertical Clairens?
I haven't, but I feel like he's cooking, and I'd like you to elaborate.
So let me give you an example.
Okay.
Horizontal Clairen is Spargo and Vecca.
Okay.
Vertical Clairen is Landon and Sean.
That I don't know why that makes sense, but it actually does.
Yeah, you just have to think about it, I think. But you can ask him for the full elaboration if you want. I might have actually mixed up the two. I don't know, but there's the division makes sense, I feel like, right?
Yeah. That was a uniquely Sorey forward air right there.
It was.
Ooh. Yeah, and you could see these are some scrappers right there because Sans going for the up strong, Sorey trying to land with the down air. I mean, it's like Naruto and Sasuke
and
here.
Sans working on a 3-stock here, by the way.
Yeah, Sans cooking up a storm recently. Losing the stock, but still got that.
Really seems like she's playing hot today. So
yeah, I just love to watch these two play.
Yeah, same. They've also played so much. These two have.
Yeah.
Like they know each other like the back of their hands.
Yeah, you could make like a 37-minute video essay about this matchup specifically. These players.
I think you could. Yeah, I actually think you should.
I honestly could. I'm a content creator time to time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minnesota needs like a chronicler.
A chronicler. Yeah, that's a good point. You could be that. That could be you.
You know what? I'm gonna have to take that in mind, Large William.
Well, think about that. Think about chew on that one for a little bit. But
yeah,
looking like we're about to. Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Just barely. Yep. Just goes for it and ends up.
Yeah, and that runoff fair is so gross. We see Sans get a lot of those, and the reward is always crazy.
It is. It is. I feel like those punishes are so nasty, right?
Yeah.
As she cooks up off those, it's so. It's also really scary just even being hit by it, even if nothing comes of it, because it's like, well, I know I have to get my next play right, or I'm dead, or maybe I'm just dead anyway, you know?
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of like, look, you can say a lot of things about a lot of players, but like every player has kind of their bag.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone would disagree with me that Sans' punish game, when it's at its best, is incredible.
Oh my God, incredible is maybe even an understatement. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like you're on the genocide run, like you're not making it through no hit.
No. That is absolutely true. And I'll tell you, there were some things that were hit against Landon earlier that I was like, okay.
Yeah,
like if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the second stock of Game 4.
Oh no.
But
Game 4 Sans.
There, yeah.
Ooh, huge opening from Sean there, capitalizing on that DI.
And that's going to kill even. Wow.
Yeah.
So Sean, in a position that he didn't find himself in last game, a lead. So we'll see. Obviously, Sean's not going to run away. He's going to stay in your face, right?
Yeah, ooh, big opening from Sans here.
He doesn't do that.
Very smart to back up there. I mean, we see a lot of running at each other between these two players, which is very entertaining and absolutely works for him. But Sans kind of backs off here and there in ways where you can. I mean, you're kind of expecting that aggression. Just some huge openings off that. Speaking of huge openings,
I feel like something that I feel like is, like in theory, something that I think is probably good is just like when you have slipstream out. I feel like Wrastor actually probably is decent at camping people when you have that much movement speed, right?
Wrastor on the top two platforms are rock wall, and Wrastor, some characters, there's nothing you could do, man.
Really, I imagine you have experience with one of those at least.
Oh yeah, Locke's getting camped by Wrastor. It's horrible.
That doesn't sound so fun. So I'm both glad. I'm glad that I was right because it means that I haven't lost my touch, but I'm also mad that I'm right because it means that it's in the game.
Yeah, I've said it before that I think timeout Wrastor is potentially one of the biggest threats to this game's meta, and no one has figured it out yet.
Yeah.
But Sans is not a camper.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
currently.
We're all. I don't know that she will be. I think she has too much fun running at people, I think.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I remember, like, I don't use Twitter anymore, but, like, back in the day, even in Ultimate, like, Sans would tweet. Wow. Every now and then, Sans would tweet something about, like, I need to stop running at people. And then the next bracket, me and Sans are running at each other again.
Yeah. Wow, I really am impressed by the fact that Game 1, Sans 2-stocked Sean. Game 2, Sean 2-stocked Sans. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of this anymore.
I guess that's just how it goes with these two. I mean, and notice how early Sans died on some of those F-Strongs. My God.
That last one killing was like...
it was like 58 or 60.
It was like, that was like Memento de Wrastor, I guess. That was kind of terrifying. But anyway, folks, getting into Game 3 here.
Let's see where we're headed. We're going to Jules Vale. Sans loves this stage. I know that much.
Yep. But Sean starting things off with another big opening immediately, finding 38% off the rip.
Very big. And you can see Sean kind of mixing in these empty lands in a way that's very interesting. Because, I mean, we know Sean loves to rip those landing down airs, which is like that. Like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's something I saw in his set versus Addict, too, where I was like, after a while, he kind of just... I feel like after he notices your condition for the down airs, he starts mixing in things like empty land up tilt and down tilt, just like to mix your timing slightly, right?
Yeah.
And that makes it so much harder for you to actually deal with him landing on you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which you know that's what he wants to do, right? Like he's gonna land on you because he wants to hit you.
Yep, there's the classic.
Speaking of hits, back throw forward smash, folks.
Yeah. Oof. Potentially big opening. Oof. Got the reset with the slipstream, but no follow-up. We get a grab, and we are in the blender.
We are, but are we? Natalie, not quite able to convert off that down air. I think that was kind of an awkward position, hitting it right on the ledge there.
Definitely.
Because you know she wants the forward smash there, but it was kind of hard because Sean was able to just go down below, and then you can't quite chase him. But
yeah, so much aggression in the corner from Sean here, and it's absolutely working out.
Nice tech. Wow, such patience from Sean there to find that dash attack. And
so much respect for each other's threat ranges between these two, especially at these high percents. I mean, they know what to be afraid of. Big weak back air. Sans follows up, delays the timing a little bit, but it doesn't quite work out. Sean's kind of hooked in.
Nice up tilt to catch just a jump by ledge there. And Sans has evened it up stock count wise, but Sean finds down air down smash. Not quite going to take it.
I actually can't believe that didn't kill.
Yeah, it must be. This stage I don't know if it actually does, but it looks like it has a high ceiling. So
yeah,
I would maybe count it in there. Wow, just reads a jump with back air there, or maybe he was just mashing. I don't know. It's Sean. He could have been doing either, but.
Yeah, and it's kind of, I mean, when you have two players who like to run at each other like this, I feel like you can just fade back air, and it's like, if it works, it works.
Yeah, right. It's kind of one of those things where, like, yeah, I mean, I know I'm in your burst range, so it's like, well, I'm just going to throw out this big move that kills, and, like, maybe you'll run into it because you're so close to me, right?
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah, I mean, up a stock, you know the vibes. Why not?
Yeah, I understand. Like, I was talking about it with Matt earlier. It's like, there's a mentality where it's like, I'm up, so I want to be conservative. But there's also a mentality where it's like, I'm up, so why am I not being aggressive? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Ooh, the roll in from Sean there, it's gone unpunished a couple of times here.
Yeah, but that's, oh, wow.
Ooh.
Not quite going to take it there.
That is a high ceiling.
Yeah, I guess it is.
We're in like a McMansion.
I guess we are. I didn't even consider that. It's like a...
Yeah, like the arch ceiling. Ooh. Landing up strong from Sans, they're going to barely seal it out.
That's a mix-up. That's a mix-up she loves in those situations where it's just like, need a kill. Like, I'm going to throw out this move at good spacing where you can't really punish it out of shield either. You know?
Yeah, ooh.
Wow, but Sean going to find game 3 there.
Yeah, that was clean.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, that absolutely could have swung either way. I feel like between these two, you see the momentum shift so quickly.
You do, and it's because they're both, like, it's so volatile because they're both just running at each other all the time, right?
Yeah, and it is kind of, I mean, it's kind of what we saw between Landon and, I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. The set we literally just commentated. Yeah, Landon and Mastro, where it's like one grab changes your life.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Both these players are totally in that boat as well.
Yeah, we're moving into Game 4 here. The Game 4 Sans legend is growing.
Yep.
Starting to see that with the down air. It doesn't quite get the follow-up.
Yep. Aramada is the pick here. I do think Aramada is a good pick against Clairen. We saw Master, or did we see Master do it? Who did we see do it? I think it was Chase. Maybe, no, it was Natalie. That's who it was, right?
Yeah, I am consistently surprised with how many Clairens seem willing to go to this stage. I know last time, at last run the Rivals, we were looking at Landon going to Air Armada as well, or at the very least not banning it.
Yeah, which I think is I don't know. I don't think it's so unreasonable necessarily, just because you can find some really cheesy kills if the platforms are like fully extended off the ledge. But at the same time, like, yeah, it does take away like a good 60% of your recovery mix, right? Where it's like all of a sudden, like, we go from having like up B, air dodge, jump, all this stuff to now you can't side B wall jump down low anymore. So it's like you get sent at one of those crazy like downward 45-degree angles, and all of a sudden it's like, well, how are we getting back, you know? But yeah, getting back doesn't matter, it seems. We're both dying on stage.
Yeah, and so speaking of getting back, we're pretty much even now.
Yeah, like Natalie found an up smash and Sean evened it up literally immediately. So if you want an explosive set, I don't know, like, this is what you should be watching right now.
Yeah, we're seeing some interesting use of CC with Sans here. I know that's been kind of not a recent development per se. I mean, Sans has known what CC is for a while, but I feel like she's been really using it effectively in certain spots here.
Yeah, right. I feel like that's a thing that can really help you with a character as combo-oriented as Wrastor, too, where it's like, I actually thought that was going to kill. That would've been ridiculous.
Yeah, me too.
But with a character as combo-oriented as Wrastor, just giving yourself the ability to have extra ways to find openings, especially with something like CC, where you can find, like, I don't know, maybe like a CC forward tilt or something to pop them up, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, and God, you can capitalize off of pretty much anything you get at these lower percents. Like, we've seen Sans get, like, grab, up throw, F tilt, re-grab, and it's like...
Yeah, right.
Ooh, big forward air. Doesn't quite get the string here. Sans kind of threatening some really dangerous stuff in the corner.
That's true. And it's really, I think this is the break point of the set here. Like, whoever takes this stock first, I think, is in a pretty strong position. Of course, Sans does still have to take another game, but
yeah, Sans.
This is the one here, I think.
Little cautious out of the corner here, probably a good idea. Ooh.
Nice, and Sans is gonna find it with the up air up smash reversal off ledge. So
yeah, it's so clean. And I mean, Sans gets so much off of like moments where your DI is not perfect.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm sure, like, maybe you could have DI'd out of that up air, up strong, but it's like...
But at the same time, it's really hard to not make a mistake over the course of a set against Wrastor, right?
Yeah, and you have so much to think about in these, in these corner pressure situations.
Yeah, and even just over the course of one disadvantage state against Wrastor, it's so hard to not make a mistake just because of how much pressure he's applying just by being near you, right?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, there's so many situations where, like, it's not like it doesn't matter what option you choose because Sans still has to react to your DI at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's there. Wrastor has the options to cover it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's... Really, I'm pretty sure that does combo. She just misspaced it a little bit.
Yeah, I saw when I saw that the first move in that string, I saw the up B in my mind's eye because I've been hit by it before.
Yep.
Huge down air.
Not quite gonna do it. Sean with some good DI, and
that's tough. Yeah.
Do you remember when I said that stock 2 there was gonna be a break point?
You might have been spitting, Big Will.
Sean was staring directly at the camera for a second, and it actually horrified me. He was looking directly at the camera. I was like, it was terrifying.
I do feel like Sean could take over the stream with his mind if he wanted to.
I don't think he's that smart.
What do you mean by that?
I've known this guy since 2017.
Is it like an intelligence thing, or is it just like a spiritual pressure thing?
I just don't. I'm just not convinced that there's like a brain in his head.
Yeah, that's kind of fair, honestly.
Yeah,
but,
so
I mean, clearly, he might not need one given the way things are going, because we're in Game 5.
Like, he might be starting to convince me with this gameplay, but...
I was talking to Sean a little bit ago, and he was like, yeah, even when I'm not there, sometimes I tune into the stream, and they're saying something like, man, Sean is such a bum.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, it's, like, true. What do you want me to say?
Maybe he's one of those people that, like, grows stronger the more he's criticized.
I think so. I mean, honestly, that's... I mean... Like...
Ooh, huge reversal from Sans there.
And remember when I said that stock was a break point? Like, look at all the momentum Natalie has now.
Yeah, and she's in her bag. I mean, like, those reversals are like Sans' bread and butter. You give her those, and she is well fed. You're going to be fighting an opponent who is full of energy and ready to go for these reversals in the corner.
Oh, my God, and she's actually just cooking now.
The coverage is insane.
Oh, barely doesn't pick that up, and I think if that did get picked up, like, that might have been... It's one of those where... Oh, wow, that killed.
Yeah, great extension from Sean there. You can kind of tell like Sans is being a little careful in the corner, but there's only so much space to give up.
And look, there's that CC down tilt you were just talking about. Like it's that type of small hit just really it can deter your opponent from like just swinging wildly at you, you know, and that's.
Yeah, and so much, I mean, especially against Clairens who like to press buttons, which I mean, who doesn't, you know?
Yeah, but especially this one does, right?
Yeah, and you gotta tell Sean sometimes, like,
wow, he got caught out there with the fair.
Wrastor Nair actually working for once here to seal out the stock. Huge up strong. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
What the hell is that?
Whoa!
We're last stock, 0-0.
That was heinous.
This might as well be grand finals. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too. This is game 5.
Sean with the onstage recovery there. Sans not much of a follow-up.
Yep. Oh, Sean scouting out. That was maybe the first time she'd gone for that mix, and Sean just wasn't ready for it.
This could be the hugest slipstream for Sans this whole tournament, depending on how it goes.
See a grab here. Slipstream. Downer going to send back on stage, unfortunately.
Ooh, Sean's so careful with the spacing. Yeah. You're getting tippered in the corner.
Oh!
Sean out for blood.
That's true. Wow, and actually avoiding all the hits there. Getting hit by that slipstream would have been bad. Getting hit by that dash attack would have been even worse.
Huge opening, but doesn't quite get the follow-up. Didn't want the up strong there because she knew it wouldn't kill.
F smash, not quite going to do it. We are in the corner. Sean playing with these forward tilts out of the corner.
Yeah, Sean just giving up the space, throwing out hitboxes.
Natalie going to find center stage here.
Ooh, jab.
It's going to be on Sean to find a finisher.
That's the down air.
And it's going to be fair, nair, and Natalie going to convert this game 5 from down 2-1. What did I tell you about that second stock of game 4?
What did you're like a psychic, and what did they do to Wrastor Nair? Why did it kill twice?
It's broken, I guess. I don't know.
Natalie, is that move